Here are 8 riddles that are going to test your IQ. Do you have a 500 plus IQ that'll let you be able to solve these riddles? These riddles can only be solved by people with a very specific IQ, so watch to the end and let us know if you're one of those very rare people. Number 1, who's Jack? So James was lucky enough to be able to win a lottery ticket, and guess what he decides to do with it? He tells his accountant that he'll happily share half of the cut with his best friend Jack. And on hearing that, a lot of people decided to pose as Jack so that they could get the money. Can you figure out who James's best friend Jack actually is by looking at this image? You can take your time. You now have 15 seconds. Done? What did you get? Well, Jack was the dude wearing the bracelet just like James was, a symbol of their friendship. So did you get the answer right? If you did, let us know down in the comment section below. Number 2, an incident in the garage. So Rob owns a garage and works there as a mechanic at the same time. One day, he went outside to get some supplies that he needed to work for the next day. When he came back home, he found that things were out of place. Someone surely had been messing around his office. It looked like the person tried his best to put everything back in order, but something just didn't feel right. There was one small detail that they forgot to correct. Can you spot what it is? Take your time. Done? So what did you guess? Let us tell you anyways, it was the lipstick mug on Rob's coffee cup. Pretty sure it didn't belong to him, unless he had a thing for lipstick. Another thing that was weird was that his chair was lowered, so yeah, it has to be a woman. Number 3, who kidnapped the kid? Susan and Max have a son called Tom who's about 7 years old. On one Saturday night, the two of them went out and left him in his room so he could finish his homework. But when they came back home, Tom wasn't in his room anymore. Where could he have gone? They were pretty scared and immediately called the police so they could try to find him. On their arrival, everybody in the house was questioned by the detective. The maid said that she had spent all day doing chores and cleaning the bedrooms. The chef said that he had spent all day in the kitchen so that he could prepare the meals for the next day. The maid said that she was packing Tom's bags for school the next day around the same time that he disappeared. So who's the one lying? Can you guess? You have 15 seconds starting now. It was actually the babysitter. Tom didn't have school on Sunday. Number 4, who smashed the window? One night, a detective was sitting by the fireplace when someone threw a snowball at his window. It shattered the window. He saw 3 brothers running away: Peter, Sam, and Mark Blacksmith. Later, he found a note that said, "Do you know Blacksmith?" And the detective immediately guessed. Can you? Take your time. It was Mark Blacksmith because he had left a question mark. If you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Also hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. With that said, let's go on to the next riddle. Number 5, who's the culprit? One day, a millionaire was found unconscious on Sunday at 6:30 in the morning. His wife was the one who saw him, and then she called the police. Everybody was questioned in the house after that. The wife said that she didn't do it. She was at the gift shop so she could buy her husband a gift for his birthday. The butler said that he had been fixing the car, and the gardener stated that he didn't go inside the house all day. So who was the culprit? You're about to find out in 15 seconds. Your time starts now. Well, it was the wife. No gift shops open so early, and everybody knows that. Number 6, a tea date. One afternoon, 2 women were having lunch together. They both ordered iced tea. One of them was very thirsty and drank very fast. She finished 6 glasses while the other one only had 1. The one who was drinking slowly died while the other one lived. Can you guess what happened? You have 15 seconds to try. Well, there was poison in the ice of the drink. The girl who finished the drink faster didn't get affected because the ice hadn't melted yet. Number 7. Verdict or not a verdict. A man is accused of killing his wife, but his lawyer says that she's still alive and can enter the court any minute, and that she hasn't been killed. After that, everybody looks at the door and waits for her to come, even the judge. Then the lawyer says, "This means that you're not sure if my client did the crime." Almost immediately, the jury comes up with a guilty verdict. Can you tell why that is? The man was given a guilty verdict because he was the only one who wasn't looking at the door. He was sure that she was not coming back because he had killed her. Number 8. The cassette message. A man's body was found in his house. He had collapsed on his desk with a gun in his hand. There was a cassette recorder nearby, and on pressing the play button, they heard, "I can't live like this anymore." And then there was the sound of a gunshot. However, the detective immediately found out that it was actually a murder. Can you tell why that is? Go ahead and take your time. If the man had killed himself, he wouldn't have been able to rewind the tape, so it had to be someone else who had killed him. Then he framed it as suicide. Anyways, that's all for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like button if you did, and also subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on future uploads. See you next time. Peace.